I've been teaching on camera acting for like over 15 years, so I've always had to direct or kind of guide in a classroom, and I've directed for stage. So that's, yeah. And then also I went to school of visual arts, so my background is as a visual artist. Just kind of like places as far as like being able to look at things visually or tell a story. That's kind of like all. So it all kind of came together perfectly to be able to do this. Danny, he'll be sending you a video also of his interview, but yeah, he's a good buddy of mine, and I coached him many times as an actor for auditions, and we had always talked about working together. So we always talked about, let's do something, maybe we could do this, throwing different ideas out. So this is an idea he had of a game he was crazy about, Metal Gear, and he was burning on his heart to do it. He wrote it, and he comes to me one summer. It's like the middle of the summer. He's like, yeah, I wanted to finish this story by the summer. I said, oh, that's great. He's like, yeah, I'm almost, I just want to finish it. So I'm thinking just writing it. He wanted to shoot it. So that's when he asked me to come on as director, and then I eventually became, producer with him, along with him, to have it, have it come together, do it. Well, I knew it was going to be a short, and again, I had a lot of experience in the industry in front of the camera as an actor. I knew all the different elements that come together. And then I have a lot of friends that are in the industry as directors, producers, music. So just there's a lot of insight you have by knowing all these different areas. And again, teaching acting for years, I felt pretty fine. Like, okay, let's just do this, but we have to really do it right as far as all the elements. So that's when he saw that I really should. He called me the producer, gave me the title. So, okay, whatever. Let me just bring all my toys, bring all your toys, and let's play together. Let's do it. And we did that. We got to do that with a bunch of our friends also. So that wouldn't have been possible without everyone behind the scenes, makeup, wardrobe, just a bunch of friends. Danny and I are part of the same church in New York, and that's how I know Chris. Chris is an amazing music composer. So again, it was just beyond us. Yeah. So. Danny, can I say? Danny is half Korean, so that's why he submitted. His mother's Korean, so that's why he submitted to this festival, which was great. I thought it just looks funny with my Agustin Rodriquez directors.
We'll never get into another problem. I mean, I've been scoring films for about 10 years, so it's definitely something I have experience with, and it's something that I think a lot about. Because, as you say, there's a drastic difference between just writing music and then writing music that works with the film and is actually part of the film. So I actually kind of view the composing for film process as really being one of the filmmakers.
I totally agree with that.
And for example, in Metal Gear, I always try to play, in a dramatic film like this, I try to play the emotions of the character or the main character or characters. In this case, it was Snake. And there was kind of the action music, which has to be there to drive the intensity forward. But in this particular film, there was also an emotional core, which was the father-son relationship. And so I tried to bring that out in the music and really just give the viewer a feeling of Snake's loneliness and just this angst that he felt as a result of being in a confrontation with his father. So that's kind of the approach that I took as far as the emotional core of the film.
I think Danny is, I mean, I take my hat off to him. He's a good friend of mine, and for him to create it, he edited, he was the editor, he was the producer, he was a writer. I mean, he wore so many hats. I mean really, he did so much and worked really, really hard physically training for this. So, and again, just his work ethic is something that I admire, and I'm thankful to have been able to do this with my friends. It wouldn't have been possible without them.